Hey, it's Jonathan with Quantum Physics Healing Humanity channel. And I have one cool example tonight of how quantum physics heals humanity. But first, a quick little fun fact about where I'm standing. And that is, I'm 300 feet above the Mississippi here in Elsa, Illinois at Principia College. And in 2006, there's a house right over here, and I got to eat dinner with Barack Obama at that house when he was deciding whether or not to run for president. About 30 of us were in there, and he gave a talk at our college right after that. But he came out to this spot right here and he said, "This is the most beautiful view in the Midwest." And I kind of concur with him on that. It's really gorgeous, especially at sunset here. So the one concept I kind of want to convey here tonight is what Ghandi said and about what he did. And that is, he liberated India from British rule, British occupation, without ever holding an office or a title, which is amazing. He was not elected to anything. He just had great respect from his people because of the disciplined life he lived, a discipline in everything, in his diet, in his nonviolence. Everything he did in his life was very, very disciplined. And so people followed that. People respect that and they follow that. Men follow courage, not titles, as they say that was in Braveheart, the movie. So I think that's why they followed Gandhi. And it's just stunning to me what he said about that. He said the pure love of one person can nullify the hatred of millions. The pure love of one person can nullify the hatred of millions. And I think that's precisely what he did without ever holding an office or a title. He just had this pure love, and he expressed that to the British who were occupying his country and killing Indians in his country. But he responded with nonviolence and with logic and with reason and with negotiation, and he finally liberated India. And that's just a beautiful example of how the pure love of one person can nullify the hatred of millions. So I've been studying the writings of Neville Goddard a lot lately, and the two words he uses all the time are imagination and feeling. So can you imagine the pure love of your pure love reaching millions, nullifying the hatred of millions? Because that's what we're struggling with right now in our world. Is there's a lot of hatred between political parties, between nations, between cultures, and it needs to go. It's time for it to go. And I think you and I can play a big role in that if our pure love reaches out like a radio signal, and let that happen through your imagination, through your feeling. Imagine and feel your love touching millions. And gosh, if we all do that, if a bunch of good people do that, I think we're going to see some pretty cool healing in this world. And nothing would warm my heart more than that. I know recently I was listening to a podcast from Martha Beck, and she said even when she was a small girl, she had a sense that there was a spiritual awakening coming for humanity. And if anything is true, it needs to come. With AI, climate change, war, all these things we're dealing with, dictatorship, all these things we're dealing with, we need some kind of spiritual awakening in humanity. And I think you and I can impel that. And through this kind of love, if we're sending it to humanity, sending it with imagination and feeling in such a way that we know it's practical and tangible, actual, tangible, factual, allness of God's love reaching humanity. So hope you join me with that. Hope you enjoy the sunset in this, and we'll see you very soon.